Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to talk about why you should be painting your stands and your sticks. Not only is it cool, which is the most important factor, it gives you a couple different advantages. I don't leave a stand up in a tree when I'm hunting, so I don't set them and hang them all season, so I take it up and take it down with me every sit. But occasionally I do have to leave one. If I want to hunt, if I find a good spot and I hunt it that night and I want to come back in the morning, I may leave that stand. If the wind changes and I decide to go to a different stand that morning and don't make it back to there, I want that stand camouflaged. I hunt public land 99% of the time. So if for whatever reason in a situation like that where I can't get back to that stand to get that stand pulled out of there, I want it hidden pretty well. So painting them hides them from people. That's the key thing. We don't care if the deer are going to see them, anything like that. But some other advantages is it forces you to go over them with a fine-tooth comb. So every year, this time of year, I go through, well actually right now as I record this, it's beginning of June, and what I do is I go through and I take all my two sets of sticks and my two sets of stands and I go through them and I paint them and I make sure everything is good. But by painting them, I'm forced to look at every nut and bolt, check every function of it, look at each strap. It's kind of my ritual that makes me go through, and if there's something wrong with my sticks and stands, or a washer that's bad, a bolt that's loose, something that needs to be fixed or repaired, a cable that's coming apart, I know now that I see it and I can go get it solved. So for me, it's a ritual that forces me to make sure my equipment's in fine working order. But I do like painting them. It's the same reason we crest our arrows. There's no difference to it. It's just personalizing it, making it your own, doing something with it, protects it a little bit. But it's, like I said, doesn't cost much money and it's easy, and it gives me a reason to check things out and make sure they're good. Now I'm going to bring you in here and show you, because it doesn't have to be hardcore paint. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but I'm going to show you the differences here, because I have a unpainted stand, fresh right out of the box, and I have one that is actually my one I use my main go-to stand. So you can see the differences, how they are on a tree. Same with a set of sticks here. I got tons of these sticks. I have like 4 boxes of them I haven't even opened. So I just grabbed one and put it up here, and I will show you the difference, how it looks on the tree. So let me grab you and pull you off here so that you can see that firsthand. Let me pop you out of this. But if you look at the stands, look at the difference here between that one and that one. See how that brown bar and that super light gray sticks out pretty well, and then how that one kind of blends in a little bit better? It makes a difference. Look at the sticks over here too. Look at how that stick that I have painted basically disappears against that tree, and that brown one with the black head sticks out like a sore thumb. So this is the kind of stuff that we're paying attention to here. If somebody's randomly walking through the woods and passes within 50 yards of my stand, they're probably not going to see those sticks that I have on there, but that original factory color, they will definitely see those. Same with the stand. Same with that bright brown, or that dark brown seat post on there, and that light gray base. Toning that down and blending it into the tree a little bit definitely makes for a little better of a difference in here. Look at here, first there. See how it blends in better? And it does for all trees. Now the way to do this is something pretty simple. I already got most of them going over here. But basically, I just use these 3 colors that you see right here. I got a gray, a green, and a black. And all I do is I spray them with a coat of gray, like you see these two. I coat them with a coat of gray, and then I kind of do this little bit of a ghosting thing with the black and the greens and the stuff like that on there. So it kind of gives it that sort of a bark color. Again, I'm not being too I'm not really that concerned about it, but it does make a tremendous difference over the standard, the standard sticks. If I were to take this one off and lay it next to those on here so that you can see the differences, let me pop this one. And I'll set it there so you can see. Oh, and of course I jammed my buckle up in there. There we go. So if I bring this over here and show you the differences between these, look at the difference in that stick. See how there's a tremendous difference in that coloring. So it does makes a difference. So it makes me happier doing it. Now, in order to get that done and have these set up this way, what you basically do is I coat them with a coat of gray here first. So that's just standard gray that I put on there. Then I take a black, something like this, and I just go ahead and just hit them in some spots. Again, holding a little ways away like this. Put a couple spots of black on there like this. And I'll show you again how we kind of tone this down. But I'm putting black on this stick, just wherever, randomly like that. So as you can see it. Do the same one to this one over here. Just put some random. Try to not go horizontal across this way, because nothing in the woods goes that way. You want more vertical kind of things on there. Again, we're not making this perfect. I'm not worried about anything major. I just want to tone it down some. So I put that on there. So there's a black. Green, if you want to do a little green, I had it laying around, so you can do some greens in there if you want, whatever you want to do. Green I'll be a little more splotchy with, like this. Just hitting some spots with that green, like that. And then the key is to use the gray, right here, this gray stuff again, and to kind of ghost it, okay? Just a light little right over top of that, those spots you did to black. If you look at that right there, when I hit that, see how it kind of tones it down but still leaves it there? Watch all that right there. Kind of just tones it just a smidge. See that black spot right there? And just letting it kind of lightly coat over it gives it that simple effect. So we're not talking about anything real major here. Any major work, but as you can see, it took a whopping 3 seconds, but forced me to go over everything, to double check everything, and now my sticks are painted. I feel good about them, and I know that they're all in perfect working order and ready to go. Now, a key thing to remember when you're doing this is to make sure you paint them at least 30 days before the season, so they have time to air out. That's why I do them every June. I don't wait until, August or September. I do them in June. That way I make sure that they're completely dried. There's no odor, no anything on them, and they're 100% and ready. And when it comes time for the season and I'm rushing like crazy to try and get everything done, my gear, my stands, and my sticks are something I don't have to worry about. They're already taken care of. They've already been maintained. Any broken things or parts that need replaced have been replaced. They are 100% ready to go. So that's why we paint our tree stands and our sticks. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.